So I actually considered SoCality to be the starting point for me for photography. I had actually like taken a lot of photos and been getting into it up until that point. But it was borrowing my grandma's camera and my aunt's lens. And I remember actually I was working at a cafe as well, and a friend was getting married and they just didn't have any money. And so they asked if I would come and shoot photos at their wedding. And their wedding was in like their grandparents' house. It was very casual. But I had no idea what I was doing. I actually brought around a tripod with me. And I had a 24 millimeter to like 100 millimeter zoom lens. And I didn't know. I shot on auto, and I like just walked around everywhere with the tripod, and I would set it down and like shoot through it. But yeah, they're all like very, very fond first memories. And I remember my interest just like kept growing in it, but I didn't have the money to buy gear. I didn't know how to get into it or where to start. And so SoCality was actually the thing that popped up as I was scrolling Instagram. And I was like, well, if there's one way to start, it's to like surround myself with people who are doing what I want to be doing. So that was why I bought a ticket to go to SoCality. And I didn't know anyone there. But crazy enough, that's where we met.
You didn't know anyone at all?
Mm-mm. Yeah.
You seemed so confident and at ease.
Yeah.
You were such a person of peace and so calm wherever you went, whoever you spoke with.
Thank you.
I noticed you didn't really take photos. You were really just absorbing.
Yeah.
Observing.
I think I was more committed to like making connections, to meeting people. Yeah. I didn't really want to pretend that I knew very much because I didn't even know how to shoot on manual. Like I was still learning a lot, but I was very like drawn to the idea of being able to take photos and work and engage with people in that way. So
yeah. So it was the second day of the conference. Was it the second day? We were at a little workshop, and it was very small. There was only 5 or 6 people, and he was one of them. And straight after the workshop was over, he walked right up to me and said, "What do you do? Where are you from?"
Yeah.
Because back then my accent was way stronger than it is today.
Yeah.
Because I was living in Australia.
Yeah.
And so you immediately came up to me, and that kind of began a growing friendship between us and those small group of people that were in the workshop.
Yeah.
By the time the conference was over, there was definitely some magnetic
Is that what you're gonna call
chemistry. Yeah, there was. And you invited everyone to the concert.
Yeah, to a concert in Portland. And you were the only one who said yes.
I was the only one that said yes. I haven't told you this, but I actually told everyone else to say no. No, I'm joking.
You just text them.
I'm joking. That would have worked though. So he came up to Seattle to pick me up, and then we had the whole road trip from Seattle to Portland-ish together, and we just shared stories, and I basically knew that I was going to marry him.
Yeah.
I was very resistant for months in many ways, for many reasons, to start dating an American, to start dating someone from overseas. Yeah. And
there's a lot to sort out.
Yeah, and he was just incredible, and I was working through feeling worthy of love and believing in myself, and it was a big deal for me to move to America, but I moved over in 2016, and we went and visited your aunt in Alaska, and it was the first time we'd really
Before that, though, actually, like the first camera that was gifted to me that became mine was from you, and it was on Christmas. It was on Christmas.
Yes.
And then we were really good friends / like starting to date, and so I got the opportunity to start like learning from you and asking you questions and that kind of stuff. And then we went to Alaska. Yeah. And I felt like that was at that point I'd kind of just learned like some of Lightroom, and that was the first time that I took a lot of photos myself. I was learning manual and figuring that out.
I still love those photos.
Yeah, so I think back to that trip all the time. Yeah. Because those were like my first photos that I'm like proud of. Yeah.
We, in April of that year, shot our first wedding together. Were you nervous?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I was definitely nervous. I've been nervous for every wedding that we've shot.
That's healthy.
Even though I'm usually like, I'm fairly comfortable, fairly confident, but like I had to grow into that. Yeah. And I think I've told you this before, but the nerves are good. I think when you're nervous,
healthy.
That it's just because you care about what you're doing.
Yeah, so. I agree. I was nervous too. I was nervous because the couple in question, Lauren and Madison, were like really incredible creatives, nicest people you'll ever meet.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to do a good job for them. It mattered deeply to me, and therefore we were so nervous. But it went really, really well. We actually tag teamed a little bit.
Yeah. I remember too, though, at Madison and Lauren's wedding, Madison specifically was like so affirming throughout the whole morning.
Yes.
He was so confident in my vision. He always was like, "This is so cool. I love where you're going with this." And so that whole day for that whole wedding, I felt like very confident and very comfortable. And I think it was mostly because like they instilled it in us. So like we kind of got better like first clients for us shooting our first wedding together.
Yeah.
So.